This just in. Inflation breaking 40-year record. The Fed is going to make things worse. There are a lot of opinions about inflation. This affects everyone. The impact is greater if you're planning on or already retired. Inflation is not the only risk. The economy is taking on multiple hits at the same time. My economist colleagues feel that the 2022 economic risks are creating the perfect storm. 2021, we saw inflation continually rise to a 40-year high of 7%, while the Fed continued to deny it was an issue. We believe it will get worse. The Fed is talking about doing their usual thing. First, raise interest rates in an attempt to bring inflation down. There's a problem with this approach. The national debt is so high and Americans are carrying so much debt that this could cause defaults. As experts agree, central banks' resolve will be tested if policy rate hikes lead to shocks in the bond, credit, and stock markets. With such massive buildup of private and public debt, markets may not be able to digest higher borrowing costs. If there's a tantrum, central banks would find themselves in a debt trap and probably would reverse course. That would make an upward shift in inflation expectations likely, with inflation becoming endemic. Because the Federal Reserve continues to not adapt to the economic realities of 2022. Debt, the real labor issues, supply chain, variance, political divide, and asset bubbles. They're also ignoring that they've tried this move in 2018 with 1/3 of the debt that we have today and failed. They have short memories at the Federal Reserve and will make the wrong moves again. That is because, more than just about anything else, this inflation report will give the Federal Reserve a start date to suck money and potentially jobs out of the system in a bid to keep prices from spiraling further out of control. I feel like I'm watching the movie Die Hard. As the bad guys took over the building, they knew every move the FBI was going to do because they knew they would not adopt and they would follow their playbook. The result was the FBI lost control. The Fed will probably lose control too. Inflation hitting 7% will set in motion the typical raises in interest rates, and it will most likely fail, setting off debt bombs. It will also likely increase inflation as companies pass on the cost of debt onto the cost of goods and services. In upcoming videos, I will explain further how tapering and unwinding the balance sheet will most likely cause more market turmoil than people are ready for, and how the Fed's playbook will probably aggravate inflation. Straight to the point, the Fed has been calling it wrong since 2020, thinking they could print unlimited money and it wouldn't set off inflation. There's no reason to believe they know what they're doing now. If you have a retirement account with $100,000 or more, sign up for our web conference. Meet with my economic team and get ahead of the storm that I see coming in 2022.